every brother that's caught in the crossfire.
The Lion King is directed by Jon Favreau and stars Donald Glover as Simba and tells the story of Simba, who is a cub and learning how to become king, and once tragedy strikes, he ventures off from his home, the Pride Lands, meets Timon and Pumbaa, while Scar, his evil uncle, has taken over the Pride Lands and is king, and Simba has to come back and try to take his rightful place. Now, this is a retelling of the original animated film. This basically retells the story of how everything came to be and whatever you think of the film. You gotta admit that the visual effects here are out of this world amazing. They are so detailed, so photorealistic. The environment and locations are so beautiful to look at. But that is the most that this movie basically has going for it. The songs, the voice acting, the technical work, it is all pretty good. But that is basically all that I could find positive about this. This is just a beat for beat, shot for shot remake of The Lion King. Many of the story beats from like the first, second to third act throughout the entire film, with a few extended and new scenes added. It's basically just the same movie, but without the passion, without the emotion that the original film had. In fact, some of the more emotional scenes, like when Simba meets his dad in the clouds, felt so off. And I think the reason why is that when the characters try to emote, they're basically just making blank faces. Yeah, their mouths are moving, but their eyes, their facial movements, it cannot do what animation does. This is basically just a realistic version of Simba as a real lion. These are just realistic versions of the characters. When you do animation, you're able to have all these characters emote and be more exaggerated and be more creative. With live action, you're pretty much limited. And this is just another form of animation. And I feel this movie, at most times, felt like an experiment movie. Like, what if The Lion King is realistic? And this is what it looks like. It's just the same movie. But I think the most disappointing thing about it is the actual villain Scar. Like, I love Jeremy Irons as Scar in the original animated film. He is so cynical and so menacing. And while I do like Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar, I'm sorry if I butchered his name, as the casting for Scar, I think he could do a good job. Here, I like how he's tried to make Scar his own character for this movie, but he never felt menacing. He never felt like he is a force to be reckoned with, like he is someone to fear. And that's mostly due to the way he acts and portrays his character in the film. It just didn't work for me. And the song Be Prepared, as you probably expect is going to be in the film, just felt tacked on at the last minute. Like, it felt so rushed, like Disney needed to have every song from the original film in this soundtrack, especially a new one being added. And with that being said, I expected a lot more. When you redo a movie, you want to add a new spin. You want to tell it in a different light. You want to tell the same themes and tell the same story, but tell it in a different way. Give these characters something new to do. Probably improve something that the original film probably didn't do as good. But sadly, the filmmakers here did not want to take that route, didn't want to take risks, and just chose the safe way. And sadly, this is going to make money. Movies like this make money, and this is why we might not be getting much original content from Disney anytime soon. Because if anything, Aladdin and Dumbo and Maleficent, sadly, they're going to make money, and hopefully at one point we could get original content, but as of now, I think we're just going to be stuck with some of the same stories, just without any of the passion that those original films had for that generation. And with that, I'm going to give The Lion King a C. It is not awful, it's not terrible, the special effects are pretty good, and there's nothing glaringly wrong, but this is just an overall disappointing film. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.
So heaven, if you sent us down, so we can build a playground for the city.